What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I got a couple of Friday the 13th related things I want to talk about. I was already going to make a video surrounding a new release that's happening and how stupid I think it is, but then on top of that some news came out surrounding the lawsuit, so I figured let's go ahead and do them side by side because all around the situation is pretty frustrating to me, and I think I'll be able to explain myself pretty well, and some of you may agree with me. So Mr. Larry Zerner, at Zerner Law on Twitter, if you don't already follow him, you should, came out with a bit of a lawsuit update here. He said there's been a little activity in Horror Inc. v. Miller, the Friday the 13th case. On June 4th, Horror Inc.'s lawyer mailed a letter to the Court of Appeals arguing that there was a new case recently decided which could have bearing on the case. The case that Horror Inc.'s lawyer is referring to is the case of Everly versus Everly, which involved a dispute over whether the Everly Brothers song, Kathy's Clown, was written solely by Don Everly or was co-written with his brother Phil. Now, Phil's survivors were trying to terminate the copyright transfer. That said, didn't really work out because the way that situation works, you have to try to restore authorship within 3 years. So since Phil did not try to do that, they were unable to regain copyright of this song, and it did not work out. Horror Inc. tried to use this case and said that Victor should have had to file an action within 3 years of Friday the 13th being released, and he should be time barred due to that. However, Victor's lawyer made a response on June 7th that said the copyright notice applies to ownership, not authorship, and since Horror Inc. never stated that Victor was not the author, the Everly case doesn't apply, and Larry Zerner seems to very much agree with that. He said, "I believe that Victor's lawyer is correct. A copyright notice lists the copyright claimant, not the author. No screenwriter would believe that because the film doesn't list him on the copyright notice, he must file a lawsuit to protect his rights." Larry went on to say that he doesn't believe that the Everly case will have any effect on the outcome of the Friday the 13th case, but still, we have no idea when the court will release their opinion. So, yeah, as always, still just kind of stuck here waiting for this case to end, and as always, it's frustrating. I think all of us, including Larry, are still on the side of, hey, Victor's probably going to win this bad boy. And no matter what, it's going to come down to a situation where they're going to have to settle, and there's a whole franchise in which they have to settle and figure out who gets what of what and whatnot. All right? So they should have just started with the settlement. You know, I feel like Horror Inc. could have saved a couple bucks if they would have gone that route, but okay, it's fine. Here we are. 5 years later, still trying to fix the same problem, but hey, we'll get there. But on to my next topic. This Friday the 13th lawsuit is not stopping anyone over at Horror Inc. from milking the shit out of this franchise. Yeah, I've been talking about the new releases. We have the new box set that came from Scream Factory, which is great. That was needed. No complaints there. But now you have the other 8-movie collection that's coming out. For some reason, it's down to $60 at least. It was $75. Now it's $60. So at least they dropped it a little bit, but that's still out there. You can get that. I thought that one was kind of lazy, but at least it had a really cool cover, and it still got, you know, the newly remastered first 4 films. That's okay. I can at least justify releasing that one. And then we've had the Steelbooks in the past. You know, Part 1 and Part 2 have been released on Steelbooks. Again, they may be lazy, but at the end of the day, they're pretty cool. I can also not complain too much about those ones. But now another Blu-ray was just announced for the original Friday the 13th that comes with absolutely nothing new. It's the same disc that's in the Steelbook. It's the same disc that's going to be in the new 8-film set. It's the same disc that's in the Scream Factory set. It's just another release that's also $15, just like the price of the Steelbook, and it's being put out just to make a couple extra bucks. And, you know, they're selling this at the same price as the Steelbook, but I guarantee they're manufacturing it for probably half the price. So they're just, you know, really milking this thing. And usually I'd go around and be like, God, I don't want to buy this, but I feel like I have to. This one, nah, I'm not buying this. I don't recommend anyone do buy it unless you're really the only movie you really want on Blu-ray is Friday the 13th, then go for it. What pisses me off about this release, they're taking the time, they're doing another Friday the 13th Blu-ray, and it's still not in 4K. Why? Why are they not releasing in 4K? Yes, it's newly remastered. Yes, it just recently got a new 4K scan, but that's not a 4K release. You're still putting it on a 1080p Blu-ray, and it's really not going to look all that different than any other Blu-ray release we've ever had of the film. So why, man? Just make a 4K Blu-ray and I can justify that. We can buy that. I'm down for a 4K Blu-ray. But until then, stop shoving this shit down our throat. Drives me nuts, man. Just stop doing it. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with this Blu-ray. I think it's dumb. I don't get why they're not doing a 4K release. But like I said, if you really just want that movie, go for it. But I'm willing to bet they're just trying to make a quick buck on the 1080p discs. They probably just overcopied them. So like, okay, let's get some cases made. We'll toss the disc into there, and we'll keep on going. We'll make a couple bucks. And then in probably 6 months from now, they're going to release the 4K one. It's going to happen. We just don't know when. On a positive note, completely separate from Friday the 13th, hey, Scream just got a 4K Blu-ray announced, and that's extremely exciting. Only took Scream 26 years, 25 years actually, 25 years to pull that off because they're doing it for the 25th anniversary. Friday the 13th, it's been 41 years. It's time to start chipping here, boys. All right? 4K release. When's it going to happen? Fuck this Blu-ray. That's where I'm at. Hey, let me know your thoughts on everything I just said in the comments below, including the Scream 4K Blu-ray coming out ideally in October. That's what the rumors are saying. October for 4K release. Let me know all that in the comments below. With that, it's going to wrap up this video. Thanks for listening to my rant today. It's been a pleasure. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.